separated and divorced. My dad, we were with our dad.
Yeah.
Our dad took us up to a place called Tobermory, and we went camping and fishing. And we're in a campground, but more of the wood part because we had a camper. So I'm laying up on top of the camper, and my dad and my brothers are listening to the music on the radio inside the camper.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the sky because nature's my element, right? So I was looking at all the lights that are blinking.
What time was it at night?
I would say about 9 o'clock at night.
Okay.
It was dark. And I was looking up, and I could see the stars flickering. I could see planes, lights flashing. And then I said to my dad, I said, Dad, I think I see I think I see a UFO. He goes, you do? I go, yeah. He goes, what does it look like? I says, it's a light, and it's moving in a line. He goes, oh, that could be a satellite. And I go, a satellite? He goes, yeah, they move in straight lines, and it's the sun reflecting off them. I go, okay. And so I'm still looking at it, and I said, Dad, it changed direction. He goes, what do you mean change direction? I says, it just changed direction. He goes, oh, then maybe it's a plane because they turned. I go, oh, no, Dad, this was a really sharp turn. Oh, there it goes again. It's doing it again. I said, it's like a 45 now. He goes, what? I go, it did it again. Oh, and one more. And now it's going into another. It's going straight now. He goes, what? And he saw just as it started to disappear. And you know how you see on Star Trek the U.S. Enterprise when they go in the warp speed? They go like, whoosh, and there's that little tail.
Yes, yes.
This went in line, and he just happened to see about a second of it where it went.
Wow.
And he goes, I think he saw a UFO. He goes, don't tell anybody.
Your father told you, don't tell anybody.
See, we're from a Roman Catholic background.
Ah, okay.
And both sides of my grandparents are from Czechoslovakia.
Oh, interesting.
Very,
you know, Portugal is playing Czechoslovakia today for Euro.
Yeah.
Euro
the
Cup.
Czech or the Slovakia part? The Czech team?
The Czechy, the Czech.
The Czech, okay, yeah.
Oh, the Czech and the Republic, they are two different states now, right?
Yeah, one's Czech and one's Slovakia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I told him, he said not to say anything, just like when we came to visit back in 72 from California to here and met instead of our grandparents for about a week, I saw a man's upper part up to here.
Oh my God.
Looking in the basement window. He was white, and there was a white silhouette, and the moon was there. And I freaked out, and I started yelling, there's a moon man, there's a moon man, right? And I woke up, ended up waking up everybody, and they go, what'd you see? And I told them exactly what I had seen. And a few nights before we had come to Canada for the visit, my grandparents, they were my mom's parents, they were living in a right? The unit next to them caught on fire. The man that was living there died.
Yeah.
In the fire.
The fire.
So 2 days later, after the fire, we arrived at my grandmother's, and when I saw that face, and then just when everybody looked up there, and of course I got teased by my older brother who was a bully. But anyways, I described it down to a T. My grandmother, I can hear her saying, what's going on down there? Because we were down in the basement. And my dad, my dad said, go see your mom and all that. So she went to go see my grandparents.
Yeah.
And then my dad told her to go up. And then they come down, they told me, you're not to say anything to anybody of what you saw. I says, oh, what? I said, what did I see? Basically what I did, I saw, because I tried the face down to a T, and the age. The guy that lived next door. That
You
died
saw the spirit.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So So I've seen a spirit.
And how many days was that after the fire?
About 2.
Wow. So he had died 2 days earlier.
Yeah, and we knew that when we were coming down, to my grandparents were. My dad would call, let them know where we were in the U.S. so they can, start getting having stuff ready for us and all that. And
Wow.
So we were just my brother.
Wow, those are very interesting stories. Look, I'm recording these stories.
Yeah.
You don't mind?
I got nothing to hide.
Okay, but, so can I stop recording these stories? You don't have any more? That's fine, that's fine. Okay, let me just do some questions about the first one.
Yeah.
You just saw the light. What color was the light?
The UFO?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first story was the one of the spirit. That was in 1972.
The spirit of the fire? Yeah, that was 72. And the UFO was a little bit later.
It was about 75, 76.
Okay.
So, the spirit I saw, but all my brothers and I knew on our way down was that the house caught on fire. The house caught on fire next to Grandma and Grandpa. That's all we knew.
Okay.
So we get there and we unpack, and it was that first night we were there, and that's when I saw the spirit of. I saw a face of a man looking inside the basement window.
Wow.
And you can see inside because the way the moon is so bright that night and all that. And I looked at, and my grandparents and my mom told my grandmother exactly what I had seen, and they came down, and they were told to tell me not to say anything to anybody ever. So I just kept it to myself and all that, and that's probably when I started accepting that life after death, right?
Yep.
And then in 70
or something at least.
Something, yeah. And then about 75, 76. We went up to Tobermory, Ontario, where we were camping for a long weekend, and I was sleeping on the trailer, and that's when I saw. First, I saw planes, stars flashing, and then I saw a line going straight, and my dad thought it was telling us a UFO or a satellite, and I says no, because I saw lines going across, and I didn't know what it was before. So, but when I saw this one, and then I started talking about it, turned, and then I started saying, well, maybe it is a plane. And I said, well, the light's not flashing, and that's what I told him. It made like 5 sharp. It was like, gone.
Did it draw like an A or something? An A.
All I could describe it to people was it was almost like how you would do, how you would draw. You tell kids to draw a star, like you go like this.
David's star.
Yeah, and then its last shot went from that to a slight angle, and then it just went up with it, it just went fast, and with a tail, and then it just looked like it was slow motion, but it was like, and then my dad popped up and it went right back, and it was gone, and he said not to say anything because I guess our Roman Catholic religion.
Yeah,
so
they're afraid of ridicule.
And my older brother called me crazy. The ironic part of that is, not too long, I would say, not even a year after that, a younger brother and I found a poster up on our closet door with all these things with lines that my brother and my old brother had circled of UFOs. So he was looking into it. Meanwhile, my dad said not to say to anybody. My older brother, not my younger brother, he believes don't believe he don't, But my older brother, he was calling me crazy you know what you're talking about. You didn't see it, blah blah. But he's the one on the closet door in our room in the basement. Excuse me, with a big map with all these locations of UFOs.
Also, he wanted to find out the hot spots.
Who is the hypocrite here? Who's the crazy one? So my little brother and I.
Look, you're kids, man. It's normal. It's normal. You will fight and fight for attention.
Well, yeah. See, he was a bully. He was really bad, and he always teased me and everything else. And he let his friends beat me. He paid them to beat me up and stuff. Like, I remember coming home with black eye, bruised blade nose, being taunted at school and stuff like that. But when I saw that UFO and he called me crazy.